Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? I'm back. I am better, not bitter. But today, I was feeling inspired to come on here, which is a little bit different than previous episodes, because a lot of the times I'm sharing with you educational, textbook things, or sometimes it's my thoughts, and sometimes it's other people's thoughts. But this episode is about something that I am personally going through, and I know for a fact, that someone else is too. Someone else is feeling this way. Someone else is thinking what I'm thinking, yada, yada, yada. But I'd like to start today also with a quote from Stanley Hash, which is my friend KK's grandfather. And he said, "In a world full of dirty balls, be a pearl." Think about it. Seriously. And I think that might even be my episode title. So thank you, Stanley Hash, for that. Because honestly, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are dirty, that have ill intentions for you, that cross your boundaries and are icky and gross and dark and heavy, and you don't want to surround yourself with people like that. So be a fucking pearl. Be SpongeBob's, or I think it's on SpongeBob where it's Mr. Krabs' daughter is named Pearl. You know something crazy? Side note about SpongeBob. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait a second. What is the secret recipe? Guys, Mr. Krabs is the only crab in the entire Bikini Bottom. What's the secret recipe? And why can't Plankton find it? Because it's crab. They're Krabby Patties, but it goes with the name, right? You think it'd be the Krusty Krab. No. There's crab inside these patties. So the reason why Mr. Krabs is so insane about the fucking formula is because if people do find out, he'd go to jail. I thought that was just crazy. But anyways, yeah, be a fucking pearl. Be a light. Be literally light and weight wise. Like your energy, let that be light. Don't be dark. Don't have ill intentions. Accept people's boundaries, but still feel your own emotions towards them. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the times, I find myself kind of like leaning with people who are the dirty ball sacks, and it's like, Natalie, like KK always says to me, first time I met her too, she goes, "You're here. Why are you letting people bring you here again? Like, what's the point of that exactly?" So she is very there for me. She's helped me so much. I'd like to say that. I'd also like to say Jessie has also been there for me. Jessie, she's also my hype girl. And when I'm feeling some type of way, she's just like so confused because she's like, "You're so awesome. So like, why would someone not see that?" She's just like, "The fuck?" You know? So thank you to people who have been there for me and have listened to me speak about the same topic over and over and over again until I get over it. And those are real friends. So thank you. I love you all. So today, yeah, I'm talking about genuinely just not getting caught up in the moment with someone or something or an ideal or an idea. I tend to honestly get caught up in the moment, and I wear rose-colored glasses, and I kind of like potential in people. I mean, look what I do. I look at people and I'm like, I analyze them, and everybody does that too. But like, I analyze them a little bit different way because I have like that background, and I'm just like, I wonder what this person is going through in their head. We're all thinking what they're thinking, but I'm thinking what they're thinking with like an educational background type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I fall for their potential. And now this past year, I have not caught feelings for anybody until recently. Of course, I've been with people since my breakup, but there was never more than just, we had sex and you're really cool. If you want to be friends, you can. Other people I've had sex with, I'm like, I really wish I didn't do that. Other people, it just kind of faded away and it plateaued. With this particular person, I was friends with him for 10 years. And then recently with my friend passing away, he came back into the picture. And we got really close, and I thought he was like super cool, and we were literally just friends. I mean, he was really attractive, He is. So I wanted to have sex with him, but I knew that like the friendship was more important. And I also have a 3-month rule, like a 2 to 3 month rule. Like, I don't want people to use me for sex. In the past, I have been used for sex, unfortunately. And especially what I do, what I talk about, like this podcast and stuff like that, people seem to think that I'm just a sex object. And like, that's bizarre to me because all of my other friends think of me outside of sex. So why would they? So whatever. So I was very caught up in the moment with him, and we would always hang out at the cemetery and we would drink. And then we had this thing together with us like called Riz, and we would raise each other up, and like it would be in a friendly way. And then one time at the cemetery, he was like, I just want to make sure, like, you know, that I don't want to fuck you, right? Because, like, I feel like my wrist is coming on strong. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And so that same night, I told him, like, straight up, like, yeah, like, we're just friends, right? And a little bit, I was like, bruh, there's no way, there's no connection there. There's no way that I'm just, like, psychotic. Whatever. I let the connection build. Then he gets into an accident. And I'm, like, coming to his beck and call. Like, I'm, like, for me, that's, like, I'm a very giving person. Okay, I really am. But like, I left work to go to the hospital for him, and I like picked up his Chick-fil-A that his friend got for him, and like I ran all this, and I like brought him back to my house, and I crushed up his pills, and I wrapped his knee up, and I did all this nice stuff for him, like I would do for a friend. But I knew the way I was doing it was just I cared a little bit differently. But again, I ignored it because I don't want to get something started with a friend. I also do not want to feel used for sex. So I let that feeling subside. Well, he left for deployment, and right before he left for deployment, we slept together. And you know, I'm taboo on here, guys. It was great. It was fucking great. Shout out to you. I know you're listening. It was fucking great and amazing. He may not think so, but anyways. It was a good time. And then we did it again the day after. And then recently I just got back from North Carolina. He is not there. He's somewhere else. But on the way there, I stopped to see him. And we obviously had sex again, and we talked about it. I did tell him how I felt, and he doesn't want a relationship right now. And that's where I kind of want to get to the topic of boundaries. I went through a period of my life where I didn't love myself. I was super insecure, and I was in a relationship, and it was the toxic part of me. In the relationship, I was jealous. I would question. I would scream and yell, and I'm aware of that, and I'm super okay with admitting that. So when I fell for this particular gentleman, I knew he didn't want a relationship right now because he didn't love himself. But I really thought for me it'd be different because I'm me. I'm secure now. I'm confident now. I know what I deserve now. And, you know, he's not. And he was very straightforward with me when I went to see him. And he had said, you know, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. And I feel like an asshole, and I know he's listening right now. You're not an asshole. You really are just not used to people wanting you, and only you. And I hope that my contestment to you and that confidence that I maybe have given you a little bit, the ego boost, kind of sets you at the right track. But I want everyone to know that setting boundaries is to protect yourself, okay? Setting boundaries is because you're caring about yourself, but don't let the empathy of like others stop you from the boundaries that you've set to protect yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you're an empath, at least for me, if you are, you feel everything through. So anything that this particular gentleman was feeling, I had felt like I had felt. And there's one time where he was like, how is it that I feel like you know me better than I know myself? And I'm like, because I might, because I see potential. I literally see potential in people. And in that, I get caught up in the moment. But within that period of like 3 months or so that we rekindled a friendship, I felt like there was something there. But to my knowledge, I don't think he thought that there was something there. He really thought we were just friends. He claims that I friend zoned him first. That's false. That's fucking false. I think we did it to each other because we both just didn't know. I think we just both didn't communicate that well. I kept it in and you just didn't say anything. Whatever. It's okay. We're here now. But I had done a lot for him. I'd run errands for him even when he was away, and kept his mom company when I could, of course. Helped him with just understanding how like accidents work, and I was just there for him. When someone comes to me for help, I help. I give, and I give, and I give. And this is the thing, like, I lay all my cards out on the table, okay? All of them. And it's up to you to decide how you want to play with them. And if you play me in an ill-intentioned way, I'm going to know. If you're different, this is what KK said too. She's like, if you act different, I step out of your way. Okay. You want to be petty? Okay. You want to have ill intentions? Okay. Bye-bye. You know, like I don't stick around. And she put my thoughts into words. And so, you know, he got a little upset about the fact that one of my friends mentioned to him that I was upset. I cried a lot because I'm emotional, but that's okay. I cried a lot, and I felt like I was being used, and I just felt gross. And one of his friends actually lied to me and said that this particular gentleman, you know, only wanted me for like sex. And I bawled because I thought like it was different with him. I did. But it turned out to be a lie, and that person definitely was not a good person to hear that from because he's a liar. We're not going to get into that because we don't give energy to people that don't deserve to be in my mouth. Anyways, so it was literally like short story. It was the fact that he was trying to disturb my peace because he couldn't find his own for that other person who was trying to tell me that this person was using me for sex. Well, I know he wasn't. I think he generally does care, and he does want to be my friend. But right now he's trying to find himself. But I'm a little salty. Like, he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, and for a whole year I didn't want to be in a relationship with anybody either. I did not like myself, but I gained the confidence, and like now I know what I want. But I know now, though, I was also caught up in the moment. Maybe I don't want it just yet. Not just yet. But what this person showed me too was that I can feel. I have feelings for someone again. I can actually want to date somebody again. But today, him and I had a conversation. He said, why would you want to date somebody that doesn't have their shit together? He's right. He's right. So I realized that. He had said, in the long run, you're going to realize we're meant to be friends. As much as that makes me want to tear up. He might be right. But I want him to love himself because I see, like I said, potential. I want him to know that he's fine as hell. But I digress. I just want people to start really self-reflecting on things that they may be doing to sabotage themselves, and not relying on like past traumas to compare to your new piece that was given to you by the universe, as if they had dropped down, right? I wasn't looking for anything. I still am. I'm not. I don't really get hit on, guys. I'm being completely honest with you. I know I'm good looking, but if I don't open up myself to the universe to giving it to me, it's not. So I kind of sense this. I feel like really rejected, and I think we all have to go through that in our lives. So yeah, I did question the way that I looked for a little bit. I'm like, is it me? Am I ugly? Like, is it because I don't know, I'm too much? And I no, it actually is that I'm too much, but like for them, like I'm too independent. I've got my stuff too much together. I'm too secure. Like sometimes that's intimidating to guys and women. I like them both. And I know like I was very forward with him, and that's intimidating. So that's maybe I'm too forward, So that's not a bad thing, but I don't want to have to give a reduced version of myself to someone. I mean, like in a previous situationship that I had, like I felt like I was giving myself a reduced version of myself because I felt like I was too much. He had said one time when I was just having a good time and I had like maybe a beer and a mimosa and an espresso with some dinner. So it all digested. I was just singing along to the song in the restaurant and he was like, "You're drunk." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." He goes, "You are. Let's go." Like, ew, don't talk to me like that. Have fun, match my energy, sing with me even, So in that moment, I knew that it was over. It had plateaued. It was done. I still haven't gotten the chance to speak to him, but I don't think I need to. I really don't. I have a whole list. I also was pursuing other connections at the time, so I wasn't really focused on him. We weren't exclusive. We had very much been open about the fact that we're not together. We're not dating. He's never been in love, and he won't ever be in love. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to waste my time. Like eventually I do want to be in love again, so why am I here? And it was just the vibe wasn't there anymore. And that's the thing with this particular gentleman, and what I'm talking about primarily is that he matched my energy, I think I really know he's listening to this, guys, and this is really funny because this is the thing. I'm so forward to the point where I will bring it on my podcast. I won't talk bad on their name. I won't say their name. I won't, I just don't have ill intention for even people who hurt me. Even that person that said that he was using me for sex, I said, "Please don't ruin my peace because you can't find yours." That's it. That's it. I don't like that. I also realized that you are who you surround yourself with. I mean, hear that again. You are who you surround yourself with. So if you're going to keep negative Nancy's around, yeah, you're a negative Nancy. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a reflection of your inner. Yeah. Anyways, I also in this mix of things of Natalie's inspired emotions, I wanted to read my horoscope for the day to you. So I'm on my phone real quick. Hold on. It says, reality is a bit off. Lately, life feels like a funhouse mirror. You can't tell what is authentic and what is passing whim. Let your fantasies be your map today. Indulge in the absurd. Take the joke to its bitter end. This month, you are ready to seize new opportunities, I hope. This is a commendable move for someone who will only settle for all or nothing. Make sure you get acknowledged. Your main challenge right now is to control the tension between strange, sudden moods and reality. Yes, you have sturdy roots, but you must also be willing to sway in the wind. I must also be willing to sway in the wind. I must also be willing to not be so stubborn, and to get outside of what I would normally do on a whim. And the first sentence, reality is a bit off. It is. I have felt so outside of myself lately with just people living in my head rent-free. Music has helped me a ton. And every song that I listen to now, I post stuff on my story. Those are my feelings. Those are how I feel. And I send those things to my story because I know for a fact, like I said in the beginning, someone else is feeling the same exact way as I am. The same exact way. So it's said this month you're ready to seize new opportunities as well. And something that, again, KK is in here because she's KK literally It's like the universe sent her to me to tell me things I needed to hear, even if I didn't want to. She had said that the universe moves something out of your way so something better can come. And then by the way, I'm a Capricorn, Scorpio, Gemini, which is hilarious because Geminis irk my bones. But anyways, so I'm seizing new opportunities, and I'd like to say that's a job opportunity. I'm trying to get the motivation, but if you rely on motivation, you've already failed. But I'm trying to push myself to apply to be a sexual assault case manager, something of that nature. But I struggle with imposter syndrome. And like, I'm 22. How could I even do a job like this? Am I ready to do a job like this? I literally, right before I started recording, I just talked to my brother about the fact that he likes Brussels sprouts. And he's like, not many kids like Brussels sprouts. I go, well, I like them. He goes, well, you're not a kid. I go, yes, I am. He goes, you're 22. You're an adult. I go, no, I'm not. He goes, yes, you are. I go, no, I'm not. And I slam the door. I'm like, no. So I still feel like a kid, and I still have time to mature and get more wise. And finding a job with the 2 degrees that I have is like trying to get credit with no credit. You'd think that having a degree would be credit. My background's in sexual dysfunction and sexual disorders. I've done a little bit of research on that. But I need someone to take a chance on me, and I give them a chance to mold me. I'm fresh. I'm new to this. I'm not set in my ways yet, right? And I want to be a feather in the wind, or whatever my horoscope said. It said that I needed to sway in the wind, and even though I have sturdy roots. Okay. So, I'm really trying to get a new job and whatnot, and allow every emotion that I feel to feel it through. I'm kind of getting into an update here. In 11 days, and now I'm really nervous because it is 11 days away, I am going to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica with my friend Haley. I won it. Yeah, I won it on 420. And we're going to Jamaica on a cruise. I'm super excited. We're leaving on the 12th for Miami, and then we port from Miami, and we go to Jamaica. I'm so excited. I gotta pack, but like, I always stress about it, and I freak myself out. Like, it's literally just pack because you're about to go on something, go to do something like really fun. So, like, what's the problem? Like, calm down. Now, money's really tight. That's actually probably what's stressing me out, and that's why I need to start applying for the job. So when I do get back from Jamaica, like, it's crackdown time. Get my head out of the phone and into the books, as the gentleman I was talking about earlier said. See, we're still generally really friends. We still talk. And I still want to be friends with him, no matter what, always. And just because we had sex and we know what we taste like doesn't mean that we can't be friends. But there's a song, it's like, friends don't look at each other that way. I am still wondering if there was something there that I took the wrong way. But I know for a fact I'm not the Lulu. I know there's something. Anyways, I feel like I'm dragging this on. But I just want everyone to know that I'm good. I'm okay. And I know I haven't posted in a while. This seems to be a pattern. Like I said, I try my absolute best, but I'm going through it. Mentally, physically, emotionally, intellectually. I'm surprised that today I folded my laundry, but I still slept majority of the day. Like, I don't work tomorrow either. I just have counseling. Thank God. Let that all out, counseling. But I needed to come on here today. I was inspired to come on here today because I know somebody else may feel like their cards aren't being played right. And they're so giving to people who probably wouldn't give you the same, but also don't give and expect it back. But some type of matchedness is nice. And don't get caught up in the moment, and don't fall for potential for too long. And like I said, in a world full of dirty balls, be a pearl, honey. Be a pearl. I love you all. I'll be on here soon. Again, I'm going to start rambling again. I'll be on here soon. We'll start kicking back into it. I do have a couple of people that have been wanting to come onto my show, and I need to contact them back. So I think it's time to contact them back. So I love you. We'll talk soon. Probably next update will be about Jamaica and how much fun I have on that. That's right. That's right. I caught feelings, so I caught a flight.